I noticed it recently. So because I Googled this, we always have those articles that come up where it's like, Blog TO is like, Toronto's been rated the #1 most demand country for all university graduates, post grads looking for their master's degree in mathematics, and it's like, yeah, we're at the top of the list. And they keep putting out these like surveys. It's like, we're #1 multicultural, best food, the most desirable place to live, most happiness. And it's like, it's all BS. It's all Toronto propaganda. Because
Oh, yeah.
when like one day I was like, yeah, we have like so many languages here. I'm like, let's look at the top 10 cities in the world with the most languages. We weren't even on the top 10. We weren't even at the top 10. I swear we were #1. New York's #1. Like, there's all these other countries out there that have way more, diversity than we do.
Languages? How many more
Yeah,
fucking languages can you have than in
I guess
Toronto?
more than what we have. I'm telling you. So
More.
all those
Okay.
things that we believe are making Toronto so diverse is the propaganda that our media feeds us, because Toronto's got a huge ego and we think it's great. That's why people love the real estate, because everyone thinks Toronto's the greatest city in the world and that there couldn't possibly be a better place to live. And so therefore buying real estate here is where everyone wants. It's a phenomenon. And anybody listening to the show who's not from Toronto will agree to that for sure.
It can't can you imagine flying into Toronto, never being here before, and seeing all the fucking cranes in the sky? Like what is going on here? Have you ever even driven like down south to Florida and driven through all the major cities along the way? There's like each one of these cities has like 4 buildings that are like 12 stories or higher, right? There's like these little, like Mississauga's downtown is more impressive than most cities' downtowns in the United States. It's really true. But Toronto is like next level construction. This is like Dubai level construction. I don't think so many people actually realize that.
Mm.
It's
It's
insane.
like, it depends where you come from, what lens, and how much you've traveled, right? Like, I would say we've been to a lot of places. We've seen a lot of cities. Like, we've been through, I don't know, like 40, 45 countries. And I always gravitate back to, like, I don't think Toronto's the best at anything, kind of like what TK was saying, but it's good or great at most things. Like, the analogy I always like to use for people is like, let's say I go to Japan, let's say I go to Dubai, let's say I go here, let's go there. I always come back and I'm like, hey, you know what? Because we're so multicultural, I can find the food equivalent of what I got in that city, like 80, 90% here. And that's what I would say is what we're good at. We take a little bit of everything, we merge it all together, and we're like a melting pot of like good to great, but we're never the best at anything.
Mm. But we feel like we are. If you don't leave Toronto,
Yes.
you
If you
think,
don't leave Toronto, you feel like
yeah,
Toronto's
you're like,
hot
this is
stuff.
the
Yeah.
greatest there is out there. You can't get a better shawarma anywhere. This shawarma
No,
is fantastic. There's just no way you can make better shawarma.
I
And then
know.
you go pretty much anywhere else and you're like, oh, okay,
Oh,
that's
that's
better
pretty good
shawarma.
shawarma here. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Even
like
in
I would
Montreal.
say,
Is
yeah,
that
Montreal is better.
it's not
Yeah.
the best place to kind of be like the yeah, they're
But
they're
it,
they're
it
pretty good
leads
at
it
they're pretty
leads
good
to
at
that type
things.
of stuff.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.